I'd like to share this story about my life, my evolution, my path, my journey in becoming an architect. I'm from Paterson, New Jersey, and I attended and graduated from Ball State University's architecture program. And it was a tough journey, but I hope to encourage and inspire someone who is going through challenging and difficult situations, but has a dream, has a vision for their life. So the last 2 years of my college career, I ended up going to university for 6 years at the College of Architecture and Planning at Ball State University. I unfortunately ran out of the financial support in order to complete my college degree. So ultimately, what I had to do to finish is I ended up attending university for a year and a half, 3 semesters, while not being enrolled or financially paid for my classes. Very difficult, embarrassing, but I did everything I could to chip away at the payments, making small payments, a little bit of money here and there, just to prove to them that I was dedicated and committed to continuing this process, and that at some point I would take care of my obligation to pay for the education I was receiving. For 3 semesters, I went to class every single day, did all of my assignments, worked long hours in the studio, late nights, overnights, over weekend. Every single day, every single assignment, every single test, every single quiz, while walking into class, embarrassed every day, being called out by the professor asking why wasn't my name in the enrollment log. And I had to make up an excuse every day for 3 semesters about why I wasn't enrolled. But every day, despite the embarrassment, despite the questioning, I continued to press through and persevere, to stay dedicated and committed, even when I had every excuse to not do it, to give up and to quit. And I kept going every single day for 3 semesters. I ended up having to finance some of my education with credit cards, student loans, and everything I could, working summer jobs in order to help survive and make it through the program. But God made a way, and I was blessed. Even though I was having the challenges financially, I stuck with it. Also in a fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, and through that brotherhood and that bond, I participated in leadership positions and leadership roles that eventually led to the opportunity for me to have a relationship with the Dean of Students, with other great people with great hearts at the university. And then in the last semester, right when I was on the edge of giving up and thinking there was no way, there was nothing that could happen to get me through this, an opportunity, a door of opportunity came for me to be in a magazine that they send out to future students. And in that magazine, at the back of that magazine, there was a scholarship opportunity for minority students out of state going into the architecture program. I received a copy of the magazine, went home, put it on the table, and I sat on the couch. And I was in tears. It was at that point, I was at a breaking point and felt as though I was going to give up. I was going to quit. I was going to go home. And at that breaking point, despite of all the ridicule, the embarrassment, the tough times of having to fabricate stories about why I was not in the enrollment, God told me to open that book. I opened it, turned to the back, and that's where I found that scholarship. I was confused. So many questions went through my mind because of the alignment with who I was and who that application said it was for. Long story short, I was able to go based on the relationships I developed by being in leadership positions, by having character and integrity, by continuing to help people do community service and be involved in the campus. And because of those relationships, they were able to assist me receiving the financial support to back pay the semesters I attended, to pay the remainder of the semester that I needed to in order to complete my graduation requirements and fees and for the tuition. And I was able to graduate with 2 degrees, a Bachelor of Architecture and a Bachelor of Science for Environmental Design from Ball State University. And I am humbled and forever grateful for that opportunity. Every time I think about that story, every time I think about that journey and that path, I will never change it. It formed who I am today and the character and integrity in which I would operate forever in my life, based on knowing that when you persevere, when you never give up, and you stay true to who you are and stay true to your goals, and you have a determined mindset, you can achieve and accomplish it. And God has blessed me to now be a global design architect, part owner of a world-class design architecture firm, Meticulous Design Architecture, with great partners, great team members, with offices in Indianapolis, Indiana, and an office in Abu Dhabi, UAE, working on world-class projects. And as we say in our office, and I hope this inspires you to be excellent today,